This is Matthew Broderson or Matt Broderson. He's got a YouTube channel. I think it's called Friends with Matt. We're going to poke around there. We're going to see what items he is auctioning off. We're actually going to go to eBay and see what the prices are on them, what the bids are on them. And I am intrigued by this guy. We're going to learn. I'm going to educate you a little bit about what I have learned from him. We're going to poke around his YouTube channel, but I would be interested in what you think about Charles Stanley's grandson auctioning off his personal items. Maybe you're offended by this, or maybe you're like, ooh, I could bid on Dr. Charles Stanley's watch, or I could get some coins from Charles Stanley's desk from his coin collection, including a Donald Trump coin. Or maybe you want to bid on a signed picture of Dr. Charles Stanley. Or maybe you can't believe this is happening. I have mixed feelings. And this guy is an interesting character. I'm sure he may watch this. Brother, this is one big promotion for your YouTube channel, and I know that that's important to you. So let's get into it. But before we do, if you want to support me, there's the first link in the description of this video will send you to this page. And I would appreciate it if you would consider supporting me. You get all my YouTube content before it drops on YouTube, and you get it without ads. So please consider taking advantage of that. All right, here's this guy's YouTube channel blew up. He moved to, I think he moved to California from Texas to become a famous YouTuber and failed at it. But now he has it, and he's very excited about that. But this is the video that got him monetized on YouTube, which is very important to him. It has 565,000 views in 9 days, and it's titled "My Grandpa Passed Away, Dr. Charles Stanley." 22 minutes long. And this, interestingly enough, this is how he ends his video.
I promise you, I'm going to do whatever it takes to honor my grandpa, to become a better person, to become less selfish, to become less self-centered, to become less manipulative, to become less of a drug addict and alcoholic. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to honor my grandpa. And I wish and pray that you guys would do the same. Thank you so much. My name is Matt Broderson, and I am truly grateful to be the grandchild of one of the greatest men that have ever walked this planet.
So
My name is...
So he wrapped up his video saying that he wanted to honor his grandfather and he wanted to be less selfish and all those other things. And now, interestingly enough, he is selling off some of his grandfather's items. Here is an article. It was posted quite a few places. Now, I saw this guy's YouTube channel because I posted some videos on Charles Stanley and was searching Charles Stanley. His YouTube channel came up, and I have been watching his content. He only has maybe 12 to 20 videos right now, and on this particular YouTube channel. And I was watching him, and then he came out with this, and Christianity Today picked it up. Other posts, other blog websites picked it up, including my friends at Protestia. And here's what they wrote. Charles Stanley's son auctioning off his personal items on eBay. He says in this video, "I'm a human being who has bills to pay." The grandson of Charles Stanley is facing backlash after announcing he's auctioning off some of the late famed preacher's personal items on eBay, including a signed picture and a pocket watch. Pocket watch is pretty cool. Matt Broderson, 29-year-old son of Stanley's daughter Becky, revealed that after Stanley passed, his family and employees went through the house and divided up some of his personal items and memorabilia. Broderson received some things that he will be keeping, such as Charles' passport, but also some that he's auctioning off in order to pay the bills. Link to this article in the description, and you can read the rest of that if you want. But here's his video where he's auctioning off his stuff. And we will go through this a little bit, and then we're going to look at more of his videos, and I'll tell you some of the interesting and sad things that I learned, and things that are kind of cool about him. And one, I just think it's interesting. You might think it's bizarre, but also one thing that we want to do as a BTWN News community, we want to pray for this young man, because he agrees with his uncle, Andy Stanley, in regards to gay Christians and the whole movement there. So here he is. He's a very entertaining fellow here.
Guys, it's Matt from friendswithmatt.com. My grandpa, Dr. Charles Stanley, just passed away on April 18th, 2023. My family and I had to rush over to Atlanta to go to the funeral, and I want you to know everything went as perfect as it could have possibly been. We went to the church and got to say hi to a lot of his fans, and that was really sweet. The graveside funeral was emceed by my cousin Allie's husband, Clay, and he did a fantastic job. I got to take a couple epic photos with some of my favorite pastors. And then it came the time to go through my grandpa's house, and everybody got to grab some of his stuff, which I know is a little weird, but the family and friends and some of his employees, we all got to go through his stuff and find things that we would keep. I found a few things that I thought were really awesome. I got a bunch of his clothes. I got a bunch.
All right. So I saw a video, one of his videos where I can't play the whole thing. He could give me a copyright strike, which maybe he won't even try to do that. But let me go back to this. So here he is showing his picture that this is one of the items he's going to auction off. And then along with that, he's throwing in the coins, the coin collections, including the Trump coin. These are things that he found in Andy Stanley's office. He even says that these items were in his office, and Dr. Charles Stanley lived in that office. Maybe it was it must have been a home office. Lived in that office. There's a very cool pocket watch. We'll see what price that's at. And then there are some cheap watches he's also given away. So
That were there when he passed away. I think that's really special or sweet to be able to pass that on. And whoever wins is going to help me pay my bills, which I desperately need right now. I'm not afraid to admit that. So thank you for tuning in today. Thank you if you're going to take part in this auction.
So that is that video. Here's the auction. The watch, $830. Let me refresh that. See if $830, that can be yours. That comes with a whole bunch of other stuff also. And the picture is at $1,000. And there are 3 days left in that auction. Three days on both of them. They both end at the same time. Well, they end an hour apart. So let's look at his YouTube channel, and we'll learn more about Charles Stanley's grandson. Let me do this here. Just a few videos here that were posted before his grandfather died. Then the video where I showed the beginning, or actually the end, where he was saying he wants to honor his grandfather. That one's here. Of course, the link to this YouTube channel will be in the description of this video. You can go subscribe to him, encourage him, follow him, whatever you want to do. Some things that are troubling in here is some of his music. I wouldn't even play it because of the curse words that are in there. So that's part of this. He has fun making up words and promoting himself. Here's a video. Andy Stanley is too friendly. This video right here. There he affirms the LGBTQ people who believe that they're Christians, and the whole idea of Christians being active in local churches. If they're monogamous, then somehow Annie Stanley says that they are in good standing and can serve in the local church. So Matt embraces that, and it's funny because this video is a reaction to a comment. And in the beginning, all he talks about is how some people flip out over comments. And then he made a whole video about a comment. Here's some rap songs that he did. Okay, this is cool. This is funny. He made a video called Rain Waffles. Listen.
The true crew, girls looking us like these dudes are so cool. Only eating waffles for food. It's Shabs and Mad back to attack, so watch your back, because if not, waffles will come to attack.
Okay, he admits he's a bad rapper, but he continues to make music because he has fun doing it. Here's the auction video, and this is the video that I want to play because it tells you more about him, and it's quite insightful. It's called The Advantage of Being Me, a Failure. And we will learn a lot about him here. And he's an interesting character, and we should pray for him.
I feel like I let them down.
All right, here we go. 5 minutes long, so we'll enjoy this together.
Things. What up, YouTube? Today I want to talk about the advantage of being me. No, it's not the fact that I grew up in Pebble Beach and went to school with Clint Eastwood's daughters. No, it's not the fact that I'm related to celebrity pastors Andy Stanley and Dr. Charles Stanley, who just passed away. No, it's not because I've gotten to hang out with other celebrities like Dallas Jenkins and Nerd Roddick. The advantage of being me is actually because I am a total failure. Oh no! Oh God, no! That's right. I'm here to tell you that everything I've done in my adult career has been an absolute fail. I ran away to Los Angeles to try to become a famous YouTuber and made a music video about making it rain waffles.
I'm making rain, waffles, rain, waffles, make it rain, waffles.
And another music video about how to be cool, which I got to film on Santa Monica Beach.
I'll tell you why I feel cool, cause I act cool. I'm not at school and I ain't going back soon. Got a rap tune and a music vid too. Ooh, look at me, no wonder I feel this cool, yeah. Ooh.
But because I was too lonely and depressed and spending all of my money on pot, I didn't make it as a famous YouTuber. So I drove home to Dallas, Texas and tried to become a pastor like my grandpa and uncle. But I failed working at the church because I got caught drunk at work, and so I had to get a new job. I decided to run away and become an assistant to the assistant cruise director on a Princess cruise line. I got to travel all over Europe and drink on the job. Unfortunately, I didn't do a very good job because I was having more fun than I was focusing on work. My boss sat me down and said, "Matthew, you're treating this more like a vacation. You either need to start taking this seriously or you need to leave." God bless that lady. She was very nice to me. And after some consideration, I realized, yes, I'm focusing more on my sexy Australian coworkers than I am on work. And so I decided I should leave. So I failed at that too. And because I failed at that, I went home and didn't have a home. So I needed to do something else and I needed to improvise. So I decided to become a truck driver. I went to trucking school and got my CDL. While I was at trucking school, we got to stay there and live there. And then when I became a trucker, I got to live on my truck. And so during COVID, when everyone else was stuck at home, I got to drive 18-wheelers all over the country. I got to see the backbone of our society and go to where the farmers are farming the cows and where they're slaughtering the cows, and then deliver it to the packaging company that's then delivering it to the grocery store headquarters places, which is then delivering it to the grocery stores to where then you lovely people finally come to the grocery stores and buy the meat. Driving the truck all over the country was awesome, but I failed because I was addicted to Adderall. So because I was addicted to Adderall, I was lonely and depressed and not functioning right. Luckily, I never got in any trouble, I never did anything illegal, I never got in any accidents, but it drove my emotions nuts and I couldn't sleep at night. So I really couldn't handle being a truck driver. So I quit that too. I failed again. I moved back to Dallas, Texas and got another job and another job and another job and another job, and I just kept failing. However, the bright side of all that is, the advantage of quitting and failing and getting fired that much is you get to the point where failing is not scary anymore. I've already experienced failing and having to announce to my friends and family and all the people in my little community in my world that I've failed once again and have to find a new job, and how embarrassing it is, and everyone's like, oh, we love you and support you, we just want you to be successful, and then I feel like I let them down, and then I have to go find a new job all over again. I've done that so many times to the point where it's not scary anymore. So there's an upside. I want you to know, if you are also failing at your dreams and passions, it's okay. You just have to stay alive and get through it, because eventually the fear goes away. And once the fear goes away, it's like you're invincible and you can do anything. And so that's what I'm doing today. I uploaded a video on YouTube about my grandpa and it went viral. And because of that one video, pretty much, now my YouTube channel is monetized. And I'll be making money on YouTube, which was my lifelong dream. It's what I've always wanted to do. So I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned into that video and sent me all the nice comments, and everyone who subscribed. I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers now. It's thanks to all of you lovely people that my YouTube channel has been monetized, and now I'm working for YouTube, baby, which would have never happened if I was successful at any of those jobs I had just mentioned. If I was successful on the cruise and working as hard as everyone else was, which I should have been, then I would have been on Princess Cruise Lines during COVID, when all the employees, unfortunately, were basically held in prison cells. And if I was successful as a truck driver driving 18-wheelers all over the country, then I'd still be a truck driver, which we need, and I love and respect, and I love truck drivers. I love you guys more than regular people do because I've actually driven trucks all over the country, so I know what you're going through. I know how lonely it can be, and I am extra grateful for all of the truck drivers. But if I had succeeded at that, then I wouldn't be here today making YouTube videos.
Well, you might have been. Matt, what you don't realize is I'm a truck driver. I don't drive. I'm not out overnight very often, but I'm home every day. But I drive big truck for a living, just like you did. Probably some of the meat that you transported ended up in my company's warehouse, and I delivered some of that cow and steak and all that stuff. And I'm on YouTube. But yeah, as you can tell, he's very likable, very transparent, and like I said, go watch his videos. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. We'll check, see how many subscribers he has now. But also pray for him. Pray that he would get good theology. Go encourage him is what I would like the BTWN news community to do.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is failure's not that bad. I guess you just have to fail hard enough to get to the point where you actually succeed at something. If that even makes sense. I'm not sure. I could just say anything right now and it wouldn't matter because I'm so excited and happy and grateful. So thank you everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And if you want to support this channel, I'm going to put a link to my Venmo right here. I've got a whole bunch of video ideas coming and I cannot wait to share these videos with you. I've also re-uploaded some of my old videos from my other channels that I think didn't get enough credit and I wish got more views. But no one was paying attention back then, and all of a sudden people care. So I'm going to put those videos up, and I hope you guys check them out. They are very embarrassing, and they are very weird. They're from another time in my life, when I was still on drugs and alcohol. So there you go. My mom's calling me on the phone. I gotta go.
All right. Very, very entertaining. And I would be interested in your comments. How do I get my face up there? There we go. Interested in what you think. Okay. So leave your comments below. How many has he got now? 5,420 subscribers. YouTube channel is called Friends with Matt. And you're watching BTWN News. Thanks for tuning in. Share this video if you want to. Share Matt's content if you want to. But do pray for him and encourage him in Christ and in his sobriety. Because obviously he's struggled quite a bit over the years. Till next video, my prayer is that God would bless each and every one of you. Oh, yeah. Go bid on a watch from Charles Stanley. That's something. That's something. All right. May God bless each and every one of you.